In the 2017-18 season, we saw the Vegas Golden Knights put together the best inaugural season in pro sports history with regards to expansion teams. We witnessed a few players who were previously unheard of develop into absolute stars in their new opportunities. And we watched 14 out of 18 Golden Knights skaters post career highs in points during the team's first ever season. I'm a firm believer in the notion that there are many players in the National Hockey League who may be held back at times by their current teams, and, if given a bigger role or opportunity on another team, could very well thrive, produce way more, and realize their full potential. We saw this with many players on the Vegas Golden Knights, including William Karlsson, who exploded for 43 goals in the 17-18 season when his previous career high was just 9. We even saw it last year with Panthers forward Carter Verhaeghe, who went from 13 points in 52 games with Tampa Bay, playing a limited role, to 18 goals and 18 assists for 36 points in 43 games, with the Florida Panthers getting a much bigger opportunity, playing top 6 minutes, and the chance to play with way better players. I think it'll be very interesting to see how some of the Seattle Kraken players will do when they get their chance to play higher in the lineup and find extra time on the power play and penalty kill. And in today's video, I will be showcasing 5 players that I believe have the potential to break out for the Seattle Kraken in their inaugural season. And before I go any further, I want to say thanks for all the support on my videos lately, but still almost 98% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel. So if you do want to see more awesome hockey videos as we get the new season underway, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video to support. Thank you guys so much. For the first potential breakout player, I'm going to go with the former Pittsburgh Penguin, Jared Mccann. Mccann, interestingly enough, was the Kraken's choice from the Maple Leafs, despite never playing a game for them. Mccann is a player that was originally drafted in 2014 in the first round, 24th overall by Vancouver, but played just one season for the Canucks before being traded to the Florida Panthers. He spent parts of 3 seasons with Florida and was then traded along with Nick Bjugstad to the Penguins. He's had his best seasons with Pittsburgh, putting up 14 goals and 35 points in 66 games during the 1920 season, and then 14 goals and 32 points in just 43 games this past season. Mccann has always been a very talented player with great shooting ability and offensive instincts. His biggest issue has just been his consistency, and I think he will have a great opportunity in Seattle to play on either the first or second line as a winger center, and will also get some time on one of the power play units. And if everything goes well, the 25-year-old forward could definitely push 20-25 goals with the Kraken and develop into one of the team's leading point getters. And with his contract expiring after this season, you know he'll be motivated. For the second potential breakout player, I'm going with another forward, 25-year-old Mason Appleton from the Winnipeg Jets. After being drafted in the 6th round by the Jets in 2015, Appleton has finally developed into a solid bottom 6 NHL forward. And with the Kraken, he should have an opportunity to possibly play in the top 6. After 2 solid years in the AHL with the Manitoba Moose and parts of 2 seasons in the NHL with Winnipeg playing low in the lineup, Appleton had a very strong 12 goals and 25 points in 56 games this season for the Jets. He was a huge contributor to the depth scoring for Winnipeg, and I believe he has even more to give on Seattle's roster. I could see Appleton pushing close to 17-20 goals and pushing 45-50 points if he can play top 6 minutes with the Kraken. The third breakout player in my eyes has to be Vince Dunn, the former St. Louis Blue. Like the other 2 guys I've listed so far, Dunn is already a proven solid NHL defenseman. After being drafted in the 2nd round, 56th overall by St. Louis in 2015, the puck-moving defenseman has had 4 quality seasons with the Blues, tallying at least 20 points in each of them, and having a career-high 12 goals and 35 points in 78 games during the 2018-19 season, where the Blues would eventually win the Stanley Cup. The 24-year-old offensive defenseman never quite got the chance to be the number 1 guy in St. Louis, His name came up quite a bit in trade rumors, and he was in a way replaceable after the Blues signed Torrey Krug prior to the 2020-21 season. My sense is he will be looking to prove that he can be that guy for Seattle, and I really believe he can be if given the opportunity for the Kraken. I could see him getting close to 45-50 points if all goes well and having a true breakout year. The fourth potential breakout player I have is former Carolina Hurricanes forward and the youngest player on the list, Morgan Geekie. Geekie was drafted in 2017 in the third round, 67th overall, and has still not played a full season in the NHL. He put up great numbers in junior for Tri-City, and then had 2 solid seasons in the AHL for the Charlotte Checkers. In the 2020-21 season, he got to play 36 games for Carolina and put up 9 points in a limited role, but there was never really a big opportunity for him to move up the lineup on a team with such a deep forward group. He's a bit of a wild card, but I believe some potential is definitely there for Geekie to gain a full-time NHL roster spot with the Kraken, and I could see him putting up around 25-30 points in a full season. And now for the last breakout player I have from the Anaheim Ducks and another Carolina Hurricanes draft pick, Hayden Fleury. Fleury was a super high draft pick and went 7th overall in the first round back in 2014. And the current 25-year-old happened to be selected by the same guy in Ron Francis, who drafted him in Carolina when he was a kid. Obviously, Francis still believes Fleury has got some game, and I think if he can crack a spot on the pretty loaded Kraken defense core, he could very well show the world why he was a top 10 pick. His best season in the NHL came back in 2019-20, where he had 14 points in 45 games. He's another pretty big wild card, but if he can crack the NHL roster, I could see him putting up close to 25-30 points and having a career year. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you agree with my picks, or did I miss someone you think has a chance to break out? Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.